Hello and thank you for joining us on the Tuesday edition of Journalist Hangout. I am Benga Oreshegun. Today on the program, IPMAN threatens shutdown in Southwest as Lastma impounds 30 tankers. Senator Natasha to face Senate disciplinary panel over seat reallocation outburst. And later on the show, in an exclusive interview with Edo State Governor Monday Okpebholo, speaks with Journalist Hangout on governance, development and his quest to make the state better. I'll be hanging out with Babajide Kolade Otitoju and Asukwo James. Journalist Hangout starts right now. Now let's begin the conversation. One of the benefits of an association is its ability to defend its members in times of crisis. The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, is taking this bold stance in defending its members across the country. The group has threatened to shut down operations across the southwest following the seizure of 30 fuel tankers by the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, Lastma. The tankers, each loaded with 45,000 litres of petrol, were seized on the 22nd of February at Dangote Refinery. IPMAN, supported by the Petroleum Tanker Drivers PTD, the National Association of Road Transport Owners NATO, and the Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers NUPENG, insists that failure to release the tankers could lead to a total fuel supply shutdown in the region. Biko, the harassment of tanker drivers by Lastma officials. Now, let's look at this. Is this a case of overzealousness on the part of the officials, or are there legitimate issues here?
I will not call what has happened harassment. Neither will I say that Lastma is overzealous. This problem with tanker drivers has been there for so long. I remember during the time of Fashola as governor in Lagos, tankers were seized and they proceeded on a strike. Petroleum Tanker Drivers Union and NUPENG, they are very strong, they are very effective, but it doesn't mean that they should behave in a manner that suggests that they think that they are above the law.
Okay.
Some of the things people do in our country, they dare not do it, even in Niger Republic or Benin Republic. So I know that this has always been there. Fashola wanted traffic to be moving smoothly. Fashola didn't think that dead weight, which these articulated trucks represent, should be on our roads. Our roads are not designed to carry dead weight. Okay. That's why our roads don't last. But once you take action against them, they will then say, okay, they are going on strike. And as we have seen, IPMAN sympathizes with petroleum tanker drivers, and they are saying, oh, an injury to one is an injury to all. So this is a case of IPMAN solidarizing with another workers' union within the oil sector. So I wouldn't describe what Lastma has done as excessive use of power. But people need to obey the law. Drive on Lagos streets and see the indiscipline. People park where they're not supposed to park. And even when you are alerting them to the need to move, they can abuse you. The indiscipline is just too much, you know. I hope that the matter will be resolved and in a manner that does not make those who do not want to obey our laws think that they are superior to everybody. That's not what we want to see.
Okay.
There should be, I think reason should prevail in the final analysis, As for the other matter, the bridging claims,
yes,
that in itself can also lead to industrial action. Government must take steps quickly to wipe out this debt.
Now, BK, for those who don't know what the bridging claim is about, what is the bridging claim? Because some have said, is this another form of subsidy? But enlighten us.
But it's always been there, because when, as a nation, we decided that we sell petrol at the same price across our country, it means that the tanker drivers will incur extra costs, moving product all the way from Lagos. In the post-subsidy era, you can see that it's no longer the same price everywhere. When you go to Akute, it's not even the same price with Lagos Island.
Exactly.
It's cheaper in Lagos Island. Some places it's like 925 naira per litre. But as you move further upland, you see that the price, is adjusted upwards. So they've taken care of some of those expenses. But when we had subsidy, you had to pay these people the differential, and we've been owing them for so long. So if they complained about a year ago that you needed to pay this money, I don't know why up till now they are still being owed. I mean, it's unnecessary, really. And if they go on strike, they will really, really feel justified. And I don't think I'll blame them if they go on strike, because the alarm bells had been ringing, but we didn't take action. So I think 40 days ago, they had a meeting, and the NSA was there, assurances were made, but it seems that the only language that government understands is strike, and it is bad. Government must honor its word. Government must live up to its obligations, so that people don't think that until you go on strike,
that's when
the government will not listen.
Now, there are two issues here: the bridging claim, over 100 billion, and the issue, the tankers and the Lastma officials. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I think it's just so unfortunate that we've gotten to this point. Let me even start with the Lastma. Yes, sometimes they might be very overzealous in doing their jobs, but once laws are put in place for tankers to always stay in a particular place and not constitute themselves into a nuisance, they have to obey the law. Because while we have the Lastma officials, it's for them to make sure that the roads are free for other people.
Exactly.
So your own freedom, you must not use your own business to disturb another person's freedom. So my own fear is just how they actually arrested them and then packed all of them into the Lastma yard in Oshodi, because anything could have happened. And all the tankers were all filled with petrol.
Whoa, that's a danger. Danger 101 there.
So that is, I was just looking at the safety concerns. 30 tankers filled with petrol. And this afternoon, one of the former zonal chairman, was alluding to the fact that they were even siphoning some of the petrol, which that one we cannot. We can't substantiate that part. Okay. He was just saying it, and I was like, you can't say that.
So let me just quickly the position of the Lagos State government.
Okay.
They are saying the reason we moved against the tankers is because they refuse to join the call system that will make them queue up into Dangote refinery.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
We have been meeting with all of them for the last 2 years. We do not want what happened in Apapa to occur in the free zone.
Exactly.
Yeah, the corridor.
The Lastma is not an unreasonable entity. If we allow what happened in Apapa to happen in the free trade zone, we are in trouble.
Yeah.
You are going to Ekwe, there's no other road.
That is the only road.
The road. Exactly. Except you want to go through Ogun State. Let's face it. And that's why some of us are praying that this Fourth Mainland Bridge will happen, so that we can have
alternatives.
Go do such a sprawling place. It shouldn't be one road leading all the way to Ikorodu.
Do you think they should give them more time?
No, if they've been talking to them for 2 years to come up with this e-call, how many more years do they need? I said it here yesterday, you remember, that Nigerians don't like compliance. A lot of people don't like compliance. Comply with the law and everybody will be happy. When you go abroad, some of these people, they are rich, they have children abroad. When you go abroad, you know you behave yourself.
Yes,
when we come to our own country, we start behaving anyhow. People, you remember the case of a Nigerian based in Germany who was dumping refuse on median. They now told him that in Germany where you live, when they put no trial, they said, do you dump refuse on median? He was then sentenced to use his car to be parking refuse for days. That was his punishment.
Exactly, community
and they
service.
will park it. They will leave only a small space in the car for him. His Benz for him to drive. Because it was a mobile court that sentenced him. I remember very well.
Exactly.
Let's respect the law. The law is there to be obeyed. The law is there to make life meaningful for everyone. If we have what looks like state of nature, where everybody just does what he likes, are we going to enjoy our country? So this is the thing. It doesn't mean that because you have power to subject us to pain, then you will not want to comply with the law. I mean,
let's just hope that reason will prevail.
I heard that they've called off the strike. But today, I'm not sure there's any filling station that was open today.
Some sold.
So
a
let's
lot
just
of
hope
them
that
didn't,
reason will prevail.
especially in the on the island.
Online,
they didn't sell.
All right, gentlemen, let's move straight to our next conversation. Some things never change. And so